From food to fashion to pharmaceuticals, the word halal is no longer just a religious label, it is now a global economic force. With nearly 2 billion Muslims worldwide, the halal market is growing faster than many ever expected. But how did we get here? In this video, we'll explore the incredible rise of the global halal economy from humble beginnings to a multi-million-dollar powerhouse. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because what you learn today may shape your next business move. Let's start with the very basics. What exactly is the halal economy? The word halal simply in Arabic means permissible and refers to the goods and services allowed under Islamic law, also known as Sharia. While most people simply think of halal food, it extends far beyond into finance, pharma, cosmetics, travel, and even tech. Today, the global halal economy is estimated at over 2.3 trillion USD, and it's expected to reach over 5 trillion by 2030. So, how did it all begin? Islamic dietary and ethical rules date back over 1400 years. But the globalization of halal trade steadily picked up in the late 20th century. As Muslim populations grew and migrated, especially to Europe, North America, and Australia, demand for halal products outside the Muslim world skyrocketed. By 1980s and the 1990s, halal meat exports from places like New Zealand and Brazil had become major industries. Governments, especially in Southeast Asia, began investing in halal infrastructure and certification, seeing it as both a religious obligation and an economic opportunity. For example, in 2006, Malaysia launched the Halal Industry Development Corporation, HDC for short, a pivotal movement in shaping halal as a formal, scalable economic project. By the 2000s, major corporations started taking notice globally. Multinationals like Nestle became one of the largest producers of halal foods, selling halal-certified products in over 50 countries worldwide. In Europe, supermarkets like Tesco and Carrefour rolled out dedicated halal sections. Fast food chains like KFC, Subway, and McDonald's began offering halal menus in certain countries and neighborhoods. And this was just not about religion, it was a smart business move overall. Serving halal means reaching a global Muslim population that's young, growing, and increasingly urban. Let's break down some fun facts and statistics. According to the State of Global Islamic Economy Report 2023 by Dinar Standard, here's where the money goes. Halal food, 1.3 trillion USD, Islamic finance, 4 trillion in assets globally, modest fashion, around $295 billion, halal pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, $100+ billion, halal travel, $194 billion pre-COVID. These are not niche markets anymore, they're global mega industries. And with more than 35% of the global Muslim population under the age of 25, the demand will only increase. Accordingly, some countries have already started positioning themselves as halal hubs, not just for religious reasons, but as strategic economic moves, as I said earlier. Let's take a few examples off the bat. Malaysia, one of the first countries to formalize halal certification, home to HDC and major international halal expos. Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim majority country with a rapidly expanding halal consumer base. UAE and Saudi Arabia investing heavily in halal fintech, halal tourism, and supply chain regulations. Turkey, a leader in halal pharma and halal tourism as well. But all across the world, in Africa, Nigeria and Egypt, for example, are emerging markets. In the West, France and UK have large halal economies already due to the migrant Muslim population. One of the most fascinating growth areas in recent times has been Islamic finance, banking that avoids interest and speculation in line with Sharia. Islamic finance is now a 4 trillion with a T dollar sector, with countries like Malaysia, Bahrain, and the UK offering robust halal investment platforms. Meanwhile, the modern fashion industry, led by influencers and brands that you may see online, in Indonesia, Dubai, and London are exploding on social media and runways alike. Even cosmetics and personal care are being reimagined, with halal-certified makeup brands growing rapidly across Southeast Asia and the Middle East. The future of halal is likely digital, global, and Gen Z and millennial powered. Startups are innovating with blockchain, halal certifications, halal NFTs, and Sharia-compliant investment apps like Wahed, Zoya, Manzil, Wealthsimple, and many more. Countries are now competing to become the next big thing, like Silicon Valley of halal tech, with Dubai, Jakarta, and Kuala Lumpur leading the race. And with Muslim consumer spending projected to reach over 4.9 trillion by this year, 2025, the halal economy is not slowing down anytime soon. So ultimately, what started as a religious obligation has evolved into a global economic engine, offering opportunities not just for Muslims, but for anyone willing to understand and serve this dynamic market worth trillions. Whether you're an investor, entrepreneur, or just curious, the halal economy is one of the most important growth stories of our time. If you learned something today, hit that like button, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Tahmid, signing out.